Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the ISUPK Killeen Sabbath service. And with that, I'm Ijam. La Yashala. Sar Wahakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. Where's Salaki? This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Wakah, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba Rataza, Kowa, Haya, Ba Shemayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Dabia'ayanawa, Bonasaya 1. Salaki, Kabawafyanawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'ah, Dabia'ayanawa, Bonasaya 1. Abal, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Waha Thapa Ra, La'a Walamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it. This is the prayer of the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Ha Matazarium, Hakak, Lahaquiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hata Ma'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Amun. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. This is the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Waha Bayaf Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Amun. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha, Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a Azariah, Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratasa, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Salakia, La'a, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Ra'a, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'ata, Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Thakarash, Wa Al Thashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwa, Salakia, Awab, Salakia, Wayabaka, Yahama Yawan, Wa Mashanayaka, Shah Waraash, Al Imaka, Ya'irayam Wa'a Sawad, Wa Ya Ataz, Salakia, Wa Ya Ta'atazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakyadam, Magawa, Wala, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Naatazawa, Lab Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarthwa, Alyaha, Adawam, Wa Yashama Alyam, Ma Wa'aba, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palashath, Am Yashadya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwad, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakar, Kwayashwan, Na Shamawad, Shalakia, Na Shamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Na Dayamawa, Ka'arab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakal Tazamanai, Kal Nasakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Na Yarasha, Lanawa, Af, Nawat, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagargala, Kakwash, La Panya, Raka, Ka'ash, Taba Ya'ira, Salakia, Taba Ya'ira, Wakala Haba, Talahat, Haryam, Kantaradatma, Basa Irika, Wa Basa Wapatka, Tabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayaba Kwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wa Yabawa, Id Ya'id, Wa Yakaparwa, Wa Ya'abidwa, Wa Yadaiwa, Kayatha, Shamka, Yahawa Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza. In the English, Keep not thy silence, O power, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gobal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. This is the prayer of the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayim, Matazabaya, Alawap Yahana, ha Alawapyam, ha Saranyam, ha Kuchazayanyam, ha Khayayam, Waha Akwathian, Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Wada Amun. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, and the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. All right, Sar, and Yeshabia, which means to sit. Shalom, Israel. Give a courtesy salute to the Akim, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Brakatham, and then to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shemalatham, Bashem Yahweh Shai. Last week, Officer Cargazar held down Sabbath service We left off at Exodus chapter 9, verse 22. So we're gonna go ahead and get started from at chapter 9, verse 23. I'll be doing 14 verses in the Hebrew because we got to go ahead and get this completed. We got major council today, so I'll be doing 3 sets of 14 and 1 set of 7. Let's see where we're at. And right now, the Lord is in the midst of plaguing Egypt and hardening Pharaoh's heart to show his power upon, you know what I'm saying, the people that were oppressing the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, executing his judgments upon a nation that oppressed his people, you know what I'm saying, which we will soon see again with, which we are not even soon see again, Salakia, which we are seeing right now with America, you understand? So let's go ahead and get to it. Exodus 9:23 in the Hebrew. Wayathat, Mashah, Ath, Ma, Tahawa, All, Ha Shemayim, Yahweh, Nathan, Balath, Wa, Barad, Wa, Thalahak, Ash, Aratazaha, Aratazaha, Wa, Yamat, Salakia, Wa, Yama, Tar, Yahweh, Barad, All, Baratazah, Ma Tazarayim, verse 24. So like, give me 1 second, y'all. Waya Haya Barad Waash Ma Thalak Wakath Ba Thawak Ha Barad Kabad Ma'ad Ashar La'ah Haya Ka Mahaiwa Bakal Ratazah Matazarayim Ma'az Ha Yataha Laga Waya. Verse 25. Wayak Ha Barad Bakal Ratazah Matazarayim Ath Ka'al Ashar Ba Shada Ma'adam Wa'id Baha Maha Wa'ath Ka'al Aishab Ha Shada Ha Kaha Habarad Wa'ath Paul Aitaz Ha Shada Shada Shabar Rak Ba'aratazah Gashan Bashar Sham Banya Yasha'al La'ah Haya Barad. Verse 27. Waya Shalakha Pa Ra'ai Salakia Pa Ra'aiha Wayakwara La Masha La Aharan Wayamar Alham Kha Ta'athia Kha Ta'athia Hapa Ayam Yahweh Ha Tazadak, wa A Naya, wa I Maya, Arash, Ayam. Verse 28. Ha Thayarai Salakia. Ha Thayarai Salakia. Ha Thaya Rawa. All Yahweh. Warab. Mahai Salakia. Ma Hayat. Balath Alahayim. Barad. Shalakaya. Become. Wala the Sa Pawan, La'ai Ma'ad, verse 29, Wayamar, Al Yawa, Mashah, Ha Tazaathaya, Ah Ha'ai, Yara, Aparash, Kapaya, All Yahweh, Hakwa, Lawath, Yakha, Dalai Salakia, Yakad, Salakia, Yakad, Lawan, Habarad, La'ah, Yaha, Iwad, Lama'an, Ma'an, Thadiah, Kaya, Yahweh, Ha'aratazar. Verse 30. Wath ha, Badyaka, Yadai, the Kaya, the Ram, the Rawan, Mapa Naya, Yahweh, Alahayim. Verse 31, Wahapash, Taha, Sha'ai Raha, Naka, Taha, Kaya, Ha, Sha'ai Raha, Abayab, Waha, Hashathaiha, Salakia, Waha, Ha, Shatha, Ha, Hapash, Taha, Ba'il. Verse 32. Waha Kataf Salakia. Haka Taha. Haka Samat. La'a. Nakawa Kaya. Apa Yalath. Hana Naha. Or Hanai. Verse 33. Waya Taza'a Masha Ma'am Para Iha Paraiha Ha'ai Yura Yaparash Kapayawa All Yahweh Wayaka Dalo Salakia Yakad Lowa Kwalawa Habarad Matar La'a Nathak Aratazaha. Verse 34. Wayara'ah, Haraiha, Kaya, Hadal, Hama, Ha Matar, Salakia, Ha Matar, Wa Habarad, Wa Hakwalath, Wa Yasaf, La, 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 La Kataha, Wa La Kata'a, Wa Yakai, Yak Salakia, Wa Yakabad, Labawa, Hawa'a, Wa Aiba Dayawa. Verse 35. Wa Yaka, Wa Salakia, Wa Yakazak, Lab, Pa Ra'aiha, Wala'ah, Shalak, Ath, Banya, Yasha'al, Ka Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Bayad, Mashah. Exodus chapter 10, verse 1. Wayamar, Yahweh, all. Mashah, Ba'ah, all. Pa Ra'aiha, Kaya, Ain, Naya, Ha Kabad Taya, Ah, Labawa, Wa'ath, Lab, I Bide Yawa, La Ma'ain, Ma'ain, Shataya, Ah Taya, Alaha, Bakwa, Rabaiwa. All right. This is Exodus chapter 9, verse 23 to Exodus chapter 10, verse 1 in the English. And Moses stretched forth his rod toward heaven, and the Lord sent thunder and hail and fire. Salakia. And the Lord sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Lord rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail. So if y'all ever been in a hailstorm, you know, like the rocks, sometimes like the size of golf balls, sometimes they're smaller than golf balls, sometimes they're like small little boulders. You know what I'm saying? You know, they damage houses, roofs, cars. In this instance, the Lord had mingled fire with the hail. So imagine balls of hail ice or rocks of ice that are that are on fire. That's, you know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. And the Lord is bombing Egypt, the land of Egypt, with hail and fire. Verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. So the Lord did something that had never been seen in that land. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field and break every tree of the field. So the Lord is destroying Egypt, you know what I mean, the landscape, you know what I'm saying, their crops, you know what I mean, with the engine of their industry, right? He's destroying it all. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel was there no hail. So the Lord separated the children of Israel from the destruction and the judgments and the plagues that were hitting Egypt. It was to make it clear who the Lord was with. You understand? Verse 27, and Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned this time. Wow. Good night. I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. This is heavy. I need a highlighter. What is this? Exodus 9 and 27. See, the oppressor is not going to acknowledge their sins. And see, this is the distinction that the Lord is making between the slave master and the slave. See, a lot of people say that, the Lord gave the laws to the children of Israel, to the 12 tribes. When we sin against God. And the heathens can sin against God as well. But the way that they sin against the Lord is by their treatment of us. You know what I'm saying? Outside of sexual deviance and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like the Lord came and warned the Hamites, the Sodomites, and the Gomorrites about their conduct. He didn't send prophets to them to warn them. He didn't give them laws saying you can't do this. It was sin against him because he's not with all that. But he didn't teach them not to do it because he didn't care about them. But he'll still judge them. You understand? But them putting their hands upon us, them putting, doing harm to the apple of his eye, that's sinning against the Lord and to bring judgment upon them. And you have Pharaoh here acknowledging that, but you see what it took for him to acknowledge it. You understand? I don't know if y'all saw President Trump dealing with that Ukraine President Zelensky in the Oval Office, that whole incident. Now this is an oppressor, a white man talking to another white man. And you see how he's talking to him. You don't have the cards to talk to us like this. You ain't got the skip card, reverse card, you know what I'm saying, the draw 4 card. You ain't got the cards to play with us, and you're gambling with World War III. Well, what President Trump doesn't know is World War III is going to happen regardless because, the second war was passed and the third war comes quickly. You understand? It's happening regardless because thus saith the Lord, because the Lord wants it to take place. Because World War III is ultimately the deliverance of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. But my point is that you saw the hardness of Trump's mind in that conversation with another oppressor. You understand how he's dealing with this oppressor? Imagine his hardness and the hardness of his cabinet, his administration, and the people of the people of this nation. I'm talking about the oppressor. Imagine their hardness of their hearts towards us, the children of Israel. They're not going to acknowledge their wickedness until the Lord brings immense judgments upon America and upon his land. But he's gonna bring them to that point to where they realize we have been afflicting the children of God, the sons of God. You understand? And this hail and fire, you know what I'm saying, is what caused Pharaoh to acknowledge it. You understand? But for America, it's gonna have to be nuclear fire for them to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it again, verse 27. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Lord is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? America is evil. President Trump is sinning against the children of God. But right now, because it's within his power to do it, and he hasn't received the judgment harsh enough for him to acknowledge what he's done, his heart is hardened. You understand? Even though planes are falling out the sky, and since he announced this whole DEI thing and kicking people out the military, the Lord is preparing judgments to pour out upon the earth and especially upon the whore that sits upon many waters. You know what I'm saying? Which is America. Verse 28. Entreat the Lord, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings in hell, and I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer. And Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Lord, and the thunder shall cease. Neither shall there be any more hail, that thou mayest know how the earth is the Lord's. This is so heavy, man. I was watching an interview yesterday with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and Joe Rogan is asking him about the UAPs and these sightings that people have been seeing, right? The orbs and so on and so forth. Unidentified objects, right? Elon says, I have top security clearance in the government, so I have access to everything. And we know that because of what he's doing with Doge, you know what I'm saying, the Treasury Department, USAID, right? Supposedly, which is, this is not a thing of justice or accountability or, auditing. It's about finding ways to make himself richer and Trump richer. That's all this is. You know what I'm saying? White on white financial violence. But he's telling Joe Rogan how that 90% of the satellites that are circling the earth belong to him. He said 90%. He said 5% comes from Boeing, Northrop, and Lockheed. Then he said the other 5% comes from the other, like China. He said, but he said that 90% of the satellites that cover the earth are from him, which I didn't know those statistics. It blew me away. And he said, I want to know that there's something out there. He said, but honestly, it's he basically was trying to take credit. Like whatever they're seeing, these things moving around, he said, it's me, which blew me away, And maybe like, next week in class, I'll play the clip. This came out of his mouth. And why am I saying that? Because the pride of the oppressor, the pride of the so-called white man, it reaches to the heavens. That's why I said he's made his, he's made his nest in the stars. And the way the arrogance with which Elon was talking, like there's nothing out there, it's just me. Good night, yo. It was the scriptures, the scriptures and the prophecies of the prophet, the prophecies that were inspired by by men of God, holy men of God, inspired by the Holy Spirit to write these words down. They're fulfilled every day if you're paying attention. If you're listening to the, to the ISUPK, to the prophets and priests of the Lord, you'll understand you'll be in tune with what's going on. But Elon, Donald Trump, they believe that the earth belongs to them. But Moses told Pharaoh that I'm gonna go before the Lord and lay out and pray, and all this is gonna stop, that you may know that the earth belongs to the Lord. It don't matter what technology, what I'm saying, people are afraid of this AI, they're afraid of like this cybernetic human, technology and all this merging and the AI, moving ahead of humans, and what can happen in the earth. Aliens coming. The bottom line is that the earth belongs to the Lord. And if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, you shouldn't be getting distracted by all these, as the scriptures say, the Apostle John said in Revelations that how he deceived the earth through his miracles and wonders. You understand? And his witchcraft. You understand? The earth belongs to the Lord. Power belongs to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Period. Let's keep reading. Verse 30. But as for thee and thy servants, this is Moses talking to Pharaoh. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that you will not fear the Lord God. And that's a fact. Never trust thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I was watching Captain Tazariak. He was dealing with some Christians, and they're going to the scripture where it says, I think it's in Acts somewhere where it talks about, and all those that fear God in every nation. And it's the pride of the oppressor that feels like he could fear God. They don't fear God in the way that the Lord has given for us to fear him, to be able to keep his commandments and to serve him. They fear God when destruction comes, when judgment comes. Like when like the people in Hawaii thought that nuclear missiles were coming from, I don't know if it was China or Japan or wherever, and they were getting that nuclear missile, raid warning, hearing those raid alarms on the island. People were running out their houses and praying. Excuse me. That was their fear. You understand? But as soon as they realized that they were going to live, they went right back to living their lives as they would. I watched a video where this white man is walking around, I think Beverly Hills or, some affluent Caucasian districts, shopping districts, and he's just asking it's nothing but Caucasians he's interviewing. And he's just asking them, hey, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Every last one of them. No. Hey, have a good day. No. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in any of that. The heathens, especially our chief oppressor, You know what I'm saying? The white man, they don't believe in Jesus Christ. They don't believe in God. You understand? They believe in politics. You understand? They use religion for politics. They don't really believe in the Most High. They believe that they're the gods of this world and this society, and they use religion against you to make you yield to them. You understand? But they don't fear God, you know? And you have to remember that, because a lot of times Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Lord has made us such a compassionate people that we'll let our guard down when we hear, you know, somebody other than our own speak about God and mercy and all these kinds of things, when you can't be deceived by that. You know what I'm saying? The two greatest things that the oppressor is an expert in, his expertise is in killing and lying and looking legitimate while he does it. You have to remember that. You have to remember that. Okay. Let's continue reading. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that you will not yet fear the Lord God. And the flax and barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear and the flax was boiled. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. This is just talking about what had come to harvest in Egypt, right? The flax was in the barley was in the ear, meaning that this was the crops that were come to harvest, and the flax was boiled, meaning that the flax is like it's like another particular kind of crop that they use for like if I'm not mistaken, it could be like the flax is considered the husk of the corn, the husk, or it's another crop of itself that they use for like, you know, like you would use for like a candle wick, things like that, right? But it was destroyed. But the wheat and the rye hadn't grown up yet, so that particular crop had not been affected. Verse 33. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto the Lord, and the thunders and the hail ceased. Now, why is this being mentioned about the crops? Because Moses knew that the Lord had hardened Pharaoh's heart, but Pharaoh, in his reasoning, he's saying, hey, man, I sin, we'll fear God. He's trying to have this thing stop, but then he knows he has things still that aren't destroyed. So Moses knows, like, yeah, everything ain't been destroyed yet, so you're not going to fear the Lord. You still feel like you got something in reserve, something in store, something still to lean on. Because until you're completely obliterated, you're not gonna respect the Most High. And the Lord knew that. That's why he said, I raised you up in power. I raised you up to be, and to show my power upon you. The Lord knows that that Trump in America is not going to yield until he completely destroys them. They're going to continue on this path that they're on. And he's giving them license to do so until he sees fit to show them otherwise. You understand? And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto the Lord, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain or the hail and fire and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more. Some of y'all in the audience, y'all may be young. You may not remember 9/11. I definitely was in my 20s in 2001. And I remember 9/11. Now, it didn't impact, as a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. I mean, for those in New York, it may be different, but I was in Jersey. I could see the smoke from Jersey. And I worked on a military base. I believe it was McGuire. And I was on base when it happened. And you got to understand the vibe in Esau's military. It was the soil had been touched, like America had been touched. Because America had, outside of Pearl Harbor, America had never really been touched. You know what I'm saying? And they had been exercising dominance all over the earth for so many years. Oh, Salaki, good night. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Salakia. They had been exercising dominance over the earth for so many years. And so I'm looking at the terror on the faces of Esau's military. when they hear this. And I'm seeing the smoke from the installation, like from the New York Harbor. I'm seeing or in New York, I'm seeing the smoke and the terror in their eyes. And then all of a sudden, proper from a news media standpoint, from everybody now, prior to that, everybody's living how they living and they're not giving a damn. And now everybody wants to return to God. Everybody wants to start going to church on Sundays and praying. And it's America. We need to come together as a nation, and we need to fear God. And people said things like, because they took the Bibles and prayer out of the schools, things of that nature. And it was I just remember the whole vibe. It was like, we got to return to God. America never was America never was with God, but in their heads, right? In their imagination. And I give it about a year, maybe, or maybe not even a year. Everybody was right back to doing what they was doing, man. You understand? As soon as Bush sent the military over to Iraq, which had nothing to do with the attacks, but as soon as they started the campaign in Iraq, everybody got back to business. You know why? Because they felt like they were safe again. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't complete obliteration, but the judgment that's coming to America very soon, they're not gonna, they're gonna understand. But this goes to show you that not just the heathens, but even some of our people, a lot of our people, us, when we feel like the danger is gone, then we get back to the vibe that we was on prior. Not in the ISUPK. I'm not talking about people in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand that we fear God every day, knowing that our life is in his hands every day, that our safety and our breath is in his hands, is in his power. But outside of these walls, outside of these holy grounds, people only fear God when they feel like their life is in danger. And the moment they feel that danger, they think that danger is gone, they get right back to doing what they was doing and living how they was living. And that's why we shouldn't take cues from the Gentiles. We shouldn't take cues from the heathens. We should be in the fear of God all day long. You understand? And when Pharaoh, verse 34, when Pharaoh saw that the rain, the hail, and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servants. That's what you're seeing right now in the White House, in this administration. Why are all these white nationalists and supremacist groups coming out doing all these public demonstrations with KKK and Nazi, racist, why where's all this courage coming from? It's coming from the White House, because now they feel like they have a white supremacist in the executive branch, and that emboldens them and gives them the courage to come out and say what's really been in their minds and hearts the whole time. Now they have I don't want to use the word, they've always had the freedom, but now they feel like, okay, the government is backing us up. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever feel like, oh, everybody don't agree with Trump. You know what I'm saying? All of them are wicked. It's just that Trump is saying, it's just male and female, and you got some oppressors, who feel like, they believe in all those different genders and whatnot, and that's why they're mad. You know what I mean? But just because Trump is saying there's male and female doesn't make him righteous. He's deporting our brothers and sisters to Guantanamo Bay, a former facility of torture and rendition. You understand? These are wicked people in office. And just because they adhere to what you would want to identify with as some level of morality doesn't make them righteous. And that's the mistake that a lot of our brothers and sisters that are, that are Christians, Black, Hispanic and Native Indian, that are Christians, they think that because, that the politics, the religion and the politics that is utilized to gain votes and to gain, goodwill with the public, they think that means that God is with whoever's in the office when God is against this entire country, the same way that God was against Egypt. You understand? Just because they pull back and do something that's, that appears to be, moral, they're the wicked. The Lord calls them the border of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Against whom he said the people against whom he has indignation forever. You understand? So you can't align yourself with them. You have to align yourself with your people and with the man that the Lord chose, which in this time is Commanding General Yohanan. You understand? And the school of the prophets is the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? It's the same school that Elijah was the head of. It's the same school that Samuel presided over. You understand? It's the same school that Elisha presided over. It's the same school that Christ left to Peter. That's what this place is. And this is where, you're going to get the wisdom if you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. If you're an Israelite, this is where you'll get the wisdom to gain the wisdom and the knowledge to have stability in these times. All right. Verse 35, and the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Lord had spoken by Moses. Exodus chapter 10, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him. Everything is done because of the Lord does everything as he sees fit, as he pleases. You understand? All things are done according to his will and his pleasure. You understand? The Lord is in control. And you got to always remember that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's taking place, it might look like chaos, but it's order out of the chaos, because the Lord is setting all this up to give us our freedom, to give us our rest, to give us our salvation, to bring us back into the position that he wanted for us in the first place. But we broke the agreement. You understand? That's why it's so important Paul talks about the grace and where in which we stand, meaning that the opportunity that has been provided to us through Christ, to be able to become saints, repentant Israelites that acknowledge that we have sinned against the Lord, but now in Christ, we have an opportunity to let the old man die, you understand, and be born again and have an opportunity to become the people of God again and to gain a seat in the kingdom. You understand? That's what all this is about. All right. All right, let's get back to reading into the Hebrew. I'm going to knock out another 14. Salakia, verse 2 in Exodus. Wa lama'ain Thasapar Ba'a Zanaya Banka Waban Banka Ath Ashar Ha Ta'ai Lathaya Ba Matazarayam Wa'ath Ath Thaya Ashar Shamathia Bam Waya Salakia Wa Yad Itham Kaya Anaya Yahweh. Verse 3. Waya Ba'a Masha Wa Aharon All Para'aya Wa Ya'a Makaiwa Alawa Alayawa Ka Amar Yahweh Al Yaha Salakia Al Haya Ha Abarayim Aid Mataya Salakia Mathaya Ma'anath La'inath Ma'panya Shalak Aimaya Waya Ibad Naya. Verse 4. Kaya, Aim, Ma'an, Athaha, Salakia, La Shalak, Salakia, La Shalaka, A, Imaya, I, Maya, Hana, Naya, Ma, Baya'a, Makar, R, Salakia, R, Baiha, Ba, Gabalaka. Verse 5. Waka, Saha, A, I, Ayan, Ha'arataza, Wala'a, Ya, Wakal, La, Ra'a, A, Ha'arataza, Wa'a, Ka'al, Ath, Yathar, Hapa, Lataha, Hana, Sharath, Lakam, Man, Ha-barad, Wa-ka'al, Ka'al, Hataza, Salakia, Ha'ai-taza, Ha'ai-taza, Hatazamak, Lakam, Man, Hashadah. Verse 6. Wa, Ma, Awa, Ba, Thayaka, Wa, Bathaya, Call, Ibidika, Wa, Bathaya, Call, Matazarayim, Ashar, La'a, Ra'awa, Salakia, Abathayaka, Wa'a, Bawath, Abathayaka, Mayawam, Hayawatham, All, Ha, Adamah, Aid, Hayawam, Hazaha, Wayapan, Wayataza'a, Ma'aim, Para, Iha. Verse 7. Wa, Ya'ai, Marawa, Abayika, Paraiha, Yawa, I, Mathaya, Yaha, Zaha, Lanaiwa, La, Mawa, Salakia, La, Mawaikwash, La, Maiwakwash, Salakia, Shalak, Ah, Ha, Shanaishayim, Wa, Ya'ai, Baidyawa, Ah, Yahweh, Alahayim, Ha Taram, Thadaya, Kaya, Badaya, Matazarayim. Exodus 10 and 8. Wa Yashab, Masha, Wa'ath, Aharan, All, Paraiha, Wa Yamar, Al Yahum, Lakawa, Ibaidawa, Yahweh, Lahayakam, Maya, Wa Maya, Ha Halakayim. Verse 9. Wayamar, Masha, Banyai, Ra'ainawa, Waba, Zakwa, Salakia, Wa, Bazak, Naya, Nawa, Nalak, Ba Banai Yanaiwa, Wa Ba Banaiwa Tha Nawa, Ba Taza'a Na Nawa, Wa Ba Para Nawa, Nalak, Kaya, Kag, Yahweh, La Nawa. Verse 10, Wayamar, Al Yahum, Yahaya, Khan, Yahweh, I Makam, Kashar, Shalak, Thakam, Wa'ah, Tapakam, Ra'aiwa, Kaya, Ra'aiha, Nagad, Pa Nayakam, Salakia, hold on. Salakia, Panyakam. Verse 11, La'a Khan, Lakawa, Na'a, Ha Gabarium, Wa'ai, Badaiwa, Af, Yahweh, Kaya, Athaha, Athaham, Mabah, Quashayim, Waya, Garash, Atham, Ma'ath, Panya, Para'aiha. Verse 12, Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Natha, Salakia, Natah, Yadayaka, Al, Aratazah, Matazarayim, Ba Arabah, Waya All, Aratazah, Matazarayim, Waya Akal, Call, Ishab, Haaratazah, Call, Ashar, Ha Sha'ayira, Ha Abarad. Verse 13, Wayat, Mashah, Ma Tahaiwa, All, Aratazah, Matazarayim, Yahweh, Nahag, Rawak, Dayam, Ba'aratazah, Call, Hayawam, Salakia, Hawa'ah, Wakal, Laya, Laha, Bakwar, Haya, Wa Rawak, Kwadam, Salakia, Kwadam, Na, Salakia, Nashaya, Nath, Ha Arabaha. Verse 14, Wa Ayal, Harabai, Rabaiha, All, Ka'al, Aratazah, Matazarayim, Wa Ya, Salakia, Wa Yanak, Bakal, Gabawa'al, Matazarayim, Kabad, Ma'ad, La Pan, Salakia, La Pan Nayawa, La'a, Haya, Khan, Arabai Ha, Ka Mahaiwa, Wa'ai Ka Rayawa, La'a, Yahayaha, Khan. Verse 15, Wayakaz, Ayan, Call, Ha'aratazah, Wa Thakash, Salakia, Wa Thakashika, Ha'aratazah, Wayakal, Call, Ishab, Ha'aratazah, Wa'ath, Call, Paraya, Ha'aitaza, Ashar, Hawathaya, Salakia, Haywa Thayo Ra, Barad, Wala'a, Nawathar, Kal, Yarak, Ba'itiza, Wa, Ba'ishab, Hashadah, Bakal, Orataza, Matazarayim. All right, Exodus chapter 2 to verse Exodus chapter 10, verse 2 to 15. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am the Lord. The Lord wanted to do these the Lord wanted to keep, Christ said that a wicked generation seeks after a sign, right? Meaning that the Lord is doing signs and wonders. What does that mean? What the Lord, this is why we keep Passover, because the Lord did do signs and wonders, but he don't want to have to keep having to show who he is type of, you know what I mean? Like, basically, the commandment for us to teach our children's children is to get it in their heads that our power is established. Meaning that our covenant with the Most High is locked in. This is why he said, I'm doing these things so you can tell your son and your son's son to put it in their chest, the power that we serve. You understand? The power that is with the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That he's that the creator of heaven and earth, the land and all the seas therein, is the God of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm doing this so you could tell your son's son. You understand? And that's what's going to happen when the Lord, I think it's saying in Jeremiah, maybe it's 15 or 16, that he says, no longer will it be said that the Lord that delivered the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord that delivered the children of Israel out of the land of the north. This is going to be the destruction of America is going to be our new Passover. And we're going to tell our, Lord allow, we're going to be able to tell our sons and their sons' sons the many judgments and wonders that he did in bringing salvation to our people that are being oppressed, by, modern day Egypt, which is America. You understand? Verse 3, and Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go that they may serve me. This is the Lord through the Most High telling Pharaoh this. You understand? Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. Good night. Man. That's a lot of bugs, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good night. And these are, you talking about, people be doing like roaches. These is like flying roaches that eat up all the crops and everything, man. He says it's gonna be so many locusts, you won't even be able to see the ground. That's insane. And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped. Now that goes back to when the Lord was sitting in the hell and the fire, and it said that the wheat and the rye had not been damaged. He's like, what didn't get destroyed by the hell and fire, the locust is going to eat up the rest of that. The Lord is laying it flat. You know what I'm saying? It's on the floor, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make sure that what you thought you still had in reserve, it's out of there. You understand? You're not gonna have nothing to lean on, right? And that which remaineth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remains unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which grows out for you out of the field. Meaning that you thought you had something that you could still rely on. I'm getting rid of that too. And they shall fill thy houses and the houses of all thy servants and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And the Lord is gangster, man. And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go that they may serve the Lord their God, knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And yo, y'all need to be at Passover April 12th, Atlanta, Georgia, man. Man, the Lord is just Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai, yo. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? Ask, our oppressors, they don't even understand yet that America is destroyed. It hasn't even, it's like when a person like gets hit, like shot or injured, like in a terrible accident, like a car accident or something happens and like they're dead, but the brain is still going. They don't realize that they're dead already. You understand? That's the condition that Egypt was in and Pharaoh was in. He don't even realize like they're just because it's like I was watching an interview with the brother. He was talking about just the things that they put into motion through these executive orders, that it would take 5 generations to get America back to where it was supposed to be at, if it ever was there. I don't know. But just to hear that, it was his economic assessment of the damage that Trump is doing to America. But it's like they don't even comprehend the condition that they're in right now. It hasn't even reached the brain yet. I've seen things like that. Like you've seen in movies, like where a person like step on a mine or like and they're at war, Vietnam or something like that, some type of urban, jungle warfare, or they get hit with an IED and the soldier come up to them and like their entrails and they vital parts are destroyed, but they're awake and they're talking and they're like and they're still trying to communicate. They haven't realized that they're already out of there, that they're already unalive. That's the condition that Pharaoh was in. That's the condition that America is in, that Trump is in. They don't understand that it's already over with. You understand? It's heavy, man. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? You know what I mean? It's heavy. Verse 8, and Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, go serve the Lord your God, but who are they that shall go? See, now he's trying to put, like, he's trying to put standards on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do how many of y'all are going? He didn't ask you to put a number to it. He said to let them all go. You know what I'm saying? He said to let them all go. But he over here tomorrow asking now, well, who's going with you? What you mean? Everybody's going with us. You know what I'm saying? Like he still want to act like he got some control, right? And Moses said, we will go with our young and with our old and with our sons and with our daughters and with our flocks and with our herds. We will go, but we must hold a feast unto the Lord, meaning that everybody's supposed to be at Passover. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wants the entire family. Ain't that what it's saying, Amos? Only you have I known, the entire family that I brought up out of Egypt. He wants every person accounted for. He wants to make sure he don't even want a lamb from a flock missing. Everybody. And he said unto them, let the Lord be so with you as I will let you go, and your little ones look to it, for it is evil before you. Not so. Go now, ye that are men, and serve the Lord, for that ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, and even all that the hell have left. The Lord is thorough. You know what I'm saying? He's thorough. Verse 13. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt Very grievous were they before them. There were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left, and there remained not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field throughout all the land of Egypt. Y'all got to imagine that, man. The only way to even make it practical for you to understand that there's nothing on the shelves in Walmart and Kroger and any type of grocery store. All the fast food stores are have nothing in them. There's no fruit for sale. Everything is out of there. It's like the economy, the access to food and resources is gone. Hey, Baba Kashar, if you could you like relight these mugs, bro, on the water? And yeah. So let's keep reading. We'll read the rest in the Hebrew. This is verse 16. Let's see. All right. Most High in Christ. Let me see here. Why you mahar paraiha laqwa ra'a lama shaha la aharan wa yamar hata thaya Yahweh alahayakum wa lakum. Verse 17. Wa I thaha sha'a na'a kata athaya aka hapa'ayim waha athayit rawa Yahweh alakayam wa ya wayasar ma'ai laya rak af ha mawath hazahar. Verse 18. Wa yataza'a ma'aim pa ra'ayha wa ya'ithara all Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa yaha paka Yahweh ra waka yam hazak with Salakia Khazak Ma'ad wa Yashaya Yasha'a Ah Ha Ora Baha, the water priest. Waya the Kwa I Hawa Ya Maha Sawap La'a Na Sha'ar Arabaha Akkad Bakal Gaba Wa'al Matazarayim. Verse 20. Wa Yakazak Yahweh Ah Lab Paraha Wala'ah Shalak Ah Banya Yasha'al Wayamar Yahweh All Mashah Nathaha Yadiaka All Ha Shemayim Wa Yahaya Salakia Wa Yahaya Khashak All Arataza Matazarayim Waya Shamash Khashak. Verse 22. Wa Wayat Mashah Af Yadawa All Hashemayim Wa Yahaya Kazak Apalaha, Bakal, Barataza, Matazarayim, Shalakia, Shalash, Shalash, Ya, Mayam. Verse 23, La'ah, Ra'awa, Ayash, Aka, Yawa, Wala'ah, Kwamawa, Ayash, Ma, Thaka, Thayawa, Shah, Lasha, Ya, Mayam, Wa, Lakal, Banya, Yasha'al, Hayahai, Awar, Ba, Mawash, Batham. Verse 24. Wayakwara, Para'aya, All, Mashah, Wayamar, Lakawa, Ibaidiwa, Ath, Yahweh, Rak, Taza'ah, Nakam, La, Bakwarakam, Ya Taza'ag, Gum, Tapakam, Yalak, I Makam. Verse 25. Wayamar, Mashah, Gum, Ataha, Ta'an, Baya, Danawa, Za, Bakayam, Wa, Aila, Wath, Wa, I, Shayanai, Salakia, Wa, I, Shah, Yanayawa, Yahweh, Alahai, Yanawa. Verse 26. Wagum, Makwana, Wa, Yalak, I, Manawa, La'ah, the Shah, Thasha'ar, Pa, Rasaha, Kaya, Ma, Manawa, Na, Kwaka, Na, Kwak, Salaki, Na, Kwaka, La, Ibad, Yahweh, Al, Hana, Salakia, Al, Lahai, Yanawa, Wa'a, Naka, Nawa, La'a, Nadaya, Ma'a, Na'ibad, Ath, Yahweh, Id, Ba'a, Nawa, Shamaha. Verse 27. Wa, Yakazak, Yahweh, Ath, Lab, Para'aiha, Wala'a, Abaiha, La, Shalakam. Verse 28. Wayamar, La'a, Para'aiha, Lak, Ma'ai, Laya, Ha, Shama'ar, Laka, All. The Sap, Rawa'ath, Panya, Kaya, Bayawam, Ra'athaka, Panya, Tha, Mawa'ath. Verse 29. Wayamar, Mashah, Khan, Dabarath, La'ah, Asap, Iwad, Rawa'ath, Panyaka. All right, this is Exodus chapter 10. Let's see, I think we're at 6. verse 16 to 29. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste and said, I've sinned against the Lord your God and against you. Right back to what he said before, right? Now, therefore, forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only. See, our oppressors think that losing their wealth is death. We Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're poor every day. You understand? We understand that our life is in the laws, statutes, and commandments, and the morality and the conduct that the Lord instructs us to live. That's our life, not in whether we have wealth and things of that nature. But to your oppressor, his death to him is being poor. You'll hear them say that all the time. I'd rather be dead than poor. He said to take away from me this death only. He don't know what death is, but he's about to find out what death is. He's going to see what death is. You understand? He's about to find it out very soon. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. And this is crazy, that the mercy of the Lord on this heathen, man. You know, that the Lord's prophet is praying on behalf of the heathen, that is the wicked heathen that's oppressing our people, man. It's heavy. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord, and the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt. And it's heavy too, because he put the locusts in the Red Sea, and that's where Pharaoh and his armies are going to occupy eventually. You understand? But it's the Lord showing his power. You know what I'm saying? And that's the heavy part, that the Most High shows his power on the earth every day. These fires in California, these planes crashing, the earthquakes, the weather, the ice storms, you know what I'm saying? And their heart is hardened. They're ignoring the power of the Lord and still seeking to harm, you know, God's chosen people. Verse 20. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. That's heavy. I don't even know what that means. Darkness that can be felt. What kind of darkness is that where you can feel it? Like it's tangible. It's like it's a college word, palatable, meaning that you could taste it. It's in the air. You could cut it with a knife, right? And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Once again, you know what I'm saying? If you serving the Lord, when all these plagues and destruction comes upon America and this land, you should have light in your dwellings. What's the light that you should have? Wisdom. The knowledge of these prophecies and what's going on, right? Verse 24, and Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. So now, even though the Lord didn't hit this Pharaoh with all these plagues, he's still trying to put terms and conditions on who can leave to go serve the Most High. Even in this destruction, even in this condition that he's in. That's the pride. That's the pride of the heathen, the pride of your oppressor. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God, saying, we taking our flocks too, because we're going to sacrifice to our God. Why did Pharaoh want to keep the flocks and the herds? Because all his economy had been destroyed. He's thinking like, okay, we got to keep something for our people to live off of, because now all the crops are gone. Everything's destroyed. We got to have something for us. So just leave your flocks here. Nah, you getting left with not a titi tata. It's all gone. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be a hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Lord our God, and we know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. Meaning that we're going to take everything that we need because we don't know what he's going to ask of us when we get there. So we want to make sure we have everything. Verse 27, but the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He would not let them go. And Pharaoh said unto him, get thee from me. Take heed to thyself and see my face no more. For in that day that thou seest my face, thou shalt die. Now he's in his feelings. You know what I mean? The Lord sitting destroying his whole country, and he threatening Moses. When Moses just got done praying for him to take the locusts away. You know what I'm saying? This is the insanity of your oppressor. This is the insanity of the heathen. He still think he got power. Verse 29, and Moses said, thou hast spoken well, or as General Muhammad would say, well said. Well said. You will see my face no more. You well spoken. You've spoken well. You're not going to see me again. That's it. Which means that there's a line drawn right now. All right, we're going to knock out these last 7 verses in the Hebrew. This is Exodus 11. Exodus Salakia. Let's see, it should be Exodus 11 and 1. Wayamar Yahweh al Mashah Iwad Nagai Salakia Akkad Abayah al Paraiah Wa'il Ma Tazarayim Akah Raya Khan Ya Shalaka Atha Kayam Mazah Kasha Lakaiwa Kalaha Garash Yagar Ra'ash Athakam Ma Zaha. Verse 2. Dabar Na'ah Ba'a Zanaya Ha'ayam Waya Sha'ailawa Ayash Ma'ath Ra'ai Hawa Wa'a Shaha Ma'ath Ra'ai Wathaha Kalaya Kasap Laka Salakia Waka Laya Zahab. Verse 3. Wayathan Yahweh Ath Khan Ha'ayim Ba'ai Yana Salakia Ba'ai Ya Naya Matazarayim Gum Ha Ayash Masha Gada Wa'al Ma'ad Ba'arataza Matazarayim Ba'ai Yanaya Ibadya Paraiha Wa Ba'ai Yanaya Ha Ayam. Verse 4. Wayamar Mashah Kaha Amar Yahweh Ka Taza Salaki Ka Katazaath Ha Layalaha Anaya Ya Watazaa Ba Thawak Matazarayim. Exodus chapter 11, verse 5. Wamath Call Bakawar Ba'arataza Matazarayim. Ma Bakawar Ha Ra'ayha, Ha Yashab, All Ka Salaki Ka Sa'awa, Ka Sa'awa, Aid, Bakawar, Ha Shapa, Kaha, Ashar, Akar, Ha Rakayim, Wakal, Bakawar, Baha Maha. Verse 6. Waha Yathaiha, Taza'ai Kwaha, Gadol Laha, Bakal, Arataza, Matazarayam Ashar, Ka Ma'aiwa La'a, Naha Yathaiha, Wa Kamai Hoa La'a, Thasap. Verse 7. Wa Lakal, Banya, Yasha'al, La'a, Yaka, Rataza, Kalab, Lashabwa, Lama Ayasha, Salakia, Lama Ayash, Wa'aid, Baha Maha, La Ma'aiwa, Salakia, La Ma'ain, Tada Iwan, Ashar, Yapa Laha, Yahweh, Bayan, Matazarayim, Wa Bayan, Yasha'al. This is Exodus chapter 11, verse 1 through 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh. It's the last plague, number 10. This is why Moses said, you ain't going to see me again. And the Lord said unto Moses, yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall utterly thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. Basically, they had been destroyed to the point to where all their material items, their jewels and wealth, it didn't mean anything. You can't eat jewelry. So the Lord had Moses, mainly the sisters, go and basically spoil the houses of the Egyptians and take all their jewelry. This is what was going to be used for the temple. You understand? I mean, excuse me, for the tabernacle and what we built in the wilderness. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, meaning that as a prophet, because of what occurred, his reputation increased in that land based on the prophecies of the Most High coming to pass and everything that he said coming to pass. In the sight of Pharaoh's servants and in the sight of the people, meaning that when he walked around, people got out the way. They understood this is the man of God, a man of power. And Moses said, thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out in the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beasts. You ever hear a brother say, I'm going to go in there and take everybody out. I'm even killing the pets. The Lord is a man of war. Hey, all right. Hey, get. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there is none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Basically, we say that precept all the time. Exodus 11 and 7. It's something that we use to let people know that we are not Africans. The Lord made a distinction between the children of Israel and our oppressors by the destruction and the plagues that he put on them. Egypt or the Pharaoh that knew not Joseph, his main purpose in seeing the might of the children of Israel was to what? To take out the firstborn. He told the women that the nurses and the women that dealt with the childbirth to take out the firstborn sons. So the Lord brought that judgment back upon him. The pit that he tried to dig for the Israelites, the Lord brought that judgment upon him, man. You understand? It's like even with Purim coming up, Haman had built gallows to hang Mordecai and the Israelites and to kill the Israelites, and the Lord turned that around upon him and had him hang on the very gallows that he built. And then, through the mercy of the Lord, gave legal authority for the Israelites and the Hebrews to be able to defend themselves and go to war with the same heathens that they sought to put a law in place to destroy us. So no matter what we got going on here in America, like, Trump is talking about giving federal immunity to police officers if they get involved in police shootings of unarmed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to give them to where they can't be charged. They have complete immunity. Whatever they plan against us, is going to get turned on them. All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and continue, next week, starting at Exodus 11 and 8. So we're going to go ahead and close out right there. With that, Imajim, which means to stand. La Yashala. Salaki going to salute the Torah. Yah Bashem Yah Shabrak Yah. So Wahakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malawaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Hawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakam, Paul, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Wala'ah, Tabia Ayanawa, Bonasaya 1, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Salakia Laka, Hamalatwa, Waha Allah, Waha Thapara, La'ai Walamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. It's the prayer of the power of the Hakak. In the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Baba Koshah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Paul Makalah, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Ha Matazarium, Hakak, Lahaquiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatar Ma'alah, Lagarshan, Ba'ashim Yahweh, the Wada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. This is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Wahab Bayaf Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bawada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Aisha Ayanya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Mayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makor Ra'ai, Yashamar, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Thakarash, Wa'al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Wa-Mashanayaka, Sha'awara'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'arayam Wa'a, Sawad, Wayatata Salakia, Wa Ya'atat Salakia, Wa Ya'atayatizawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakyadum, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Na'atazawa, Lakabya, Salakia, Lab Yakaidwa, Alyaka, Barya, Yakathwa, Ahalya, Arawam, Wa Yashama, Salakia, Wa Yashama Alyum, Mawa'aba, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palasha, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gumashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawad, Labanya, Lawat, Salat, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashawan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Arama, Shayathamwa, Nadayabwa, Wa Ka'arab, Wa Kazaba, Wa Kazabak, Wa Ka Tazamanai, Kal Nasakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, La Panya, Rawaka, Ka'ash, Tabaya Ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Kantaradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa Wapapka, Thabalaham, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabawa, Ayai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabaidwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al-Yawan, Al-Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O power, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur is also joined with them. And the inhabitants, Salakia, they have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as unto Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. This is the prayer of the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matezabaya, Alawap, Yahana, Ha Alawapium, Ha Saranium, Ha Kotazayanium, Ha Kayalyum, Wa Ha Akwathian, Yahweh, Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai, Tawada Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, and commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. This is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. Sorry. Courtesy salute to the Akim, men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Brakatah. Yazmatah, Saw, turn, face the sisters, men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atham Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yazmatah, class dismissed.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.